Om Shri Sai Ram. A very hearty Sai Ram to all dear children. Hope you are all doing fine. In the previous classes, we have seen all the different few areas of Karnataka belonging to the Bengaluru division, and now we have entered the Mysore division. Hope you are able to understand whatever has been taught. So today we will go further details into the Mysore division. So welcome to the class. Okay, so now regarding healthcare and education in the Mysore division. So Mysore is a center of education. There is the Mysore University, very famous. It is better in literacy rate. So the education level is very good in the division of Mysore. Then education also received good encouragement from the kings of Mysore. The Wadayars were very encourative. So they encouraged a lot of education institutions, and in that way the literacy rate, the education level of Mysore division is quite high compared to other areas. The University of Mysore was established in the year 1915, and in the year 2015 it has completed 100 years. So it was one of the brainchild of Sir M. Vishweswaraya. He was the brainchild behind this Mysore University, because he understood that education is very important and we should have a university, and it was the brainchild of Sir M. Vishweswaraya with the help of the Wadayars to start this University of Mysore. Many districts of the division have engineering and medical colleges. There are many colleges because Udupi, Dakshina Kannada, Hassan, all this comes under Mysore division, and we have many colleges, engineering and medical colleges coming under this particular division. Bangalore University is a center for in Dakshina Kannada. It is a university where many of the areas of Udupi and Dakshina Kannada, they come under the Mangaluru University. There are many private universities also there in this particular division, private university run by the private people. Then we have the government, central government's CFTRI, Central Food Technological Research Institute. Example, so how the food should be processed, what is the processing the food items so that it will live for a long time. Today we have all the MTR packets and other things. So how to keep that for a long period of time, all that research is done here. Even for the military, when the military army people go there, because they cannot have food there on it, they cannot cook there in the cold condition, and they cannot sit and cook there. During that time, ready-made food will be prepared in the packets, and it should not get spoiled. So to maintain that, all this research is done in CFTRI, connected with all the food things, FSSAI, all these things here. These are connected to this CFTRI, Central Food Technological Research Institute, which does a research about food items, how it should be processed, how it should be packed and managed for a long period of time. So then we have the religious mutt called the Suttur Mutt, and so a lot of educational institutions are there in Mysore. JSS, they have a lot of engineering, medical, primary education, PUC, and many other educational fields run by the Suttur Mutt in Mysore. Then this district division has a lot of hospitals, district hospitals. Every district has a district hospital. There are many sub-health centers in rural area to provide healthcare for the rural masses. That is regular vaccination, polio, and other related things. To provide healthcare to facilities to pregnant women, and health assistants and ASHA workers are available. So ASHA workers, so these are the Ayas who are appointed by the government to go to the rural areas. So maintain an update of the pregnant women who are in their area, so that the pregnant woman and the child which is going to be born is taken care properly with all the medication, nutrients, vitamins, iron, all these things are provided, so that the mother and the child will be healthy. Then this division has the lowest child mortality rate. This mortality means death rate. So many times due to lack of medical facilities, many infants, so as soon as they are born, they die because they don't get proper medical attention. So here proper medical attention is given. That is why child mortality rate, the death rate is very low. Means you can understand that there is good medical facility, medical care is taken play properly. The expectancy of people is better. Life expectancy means longevity, for how many period of how many years they stay live. So for a quite a long period of time, because of the good hygienic health condition, their education, so their life expectancy is also more in this particular division. Maternal mortality rates are also lower. That means the mother, so pregnant women dying, either a child during the time of pregnancy, the mother may die. So this rate is also very less, because proper care is taken care, as we have discussed. So facilities to pregnant women, health assistants and ASHA workers are doing a lot of work, so that the child and the mother are in a good condition, and the death rate of both the mother and the child is comparatively very low. Then so try to answer these questions. Which university in Mysore division has celebrated 100 years of 100 years century? How many? Which is the name of the university? Clue is given in the question also. What is the name of the centers which provide healthcare in rural areas? Third one, name any two good health indicators to tell that the good condition. What are the indicators? So try to answer these three questions. Now coming to the cultural heritage. So culture is very important. So it is our life, how we behave, all these things called culture. Mysore division is rich in cultural heritage. The nature is at our best in this division. So you can see a lot of forest area in this particular division. This division is home to dense forest, rivers, diverse wild animals. We have bird, that is a flora and fauna. Flora means the plant life, fauna means the animal life. We have amazing waterfalls in this particular division of Mysore. Marvelous art and architecture. So we will come to Shravanabelagola, then Belur, Halebedu, all these come under Mysore division. Good literature, Sathya. While Mandya is famous for sugar, it is the sugar growing area. So the river Kaveri is there, and sugar is grown in large quantities. We have sugar factories in Mandya. Hassan and Chikmagalur are famous for coffee. So Chikmagalur is called as the coffee nadu, or the land of coffee. The climatic condition, the soil is suitable there. Coastal districts are famous for Yakshagana art. We have discussed there. Chamarajanagara is famous for a dance called Kamsale. Kamsale Nutya with the big the kind of thala. They have this Kamsale. Then temples of Somnathpura. Somnathpura is a place near Mysore. Very beautiful temple. Then Belur, known for their Madanika idols. The idols are beautiful there, with all the beautiful carvings, with all the jewelry and beautiful things. Gomateshwara, a monolithic idol of at Shravanabelagola. So monolithic means constructed from a single stone. Monolithic means single stone. Shravanabelagola, once in 12 years Mahamastakabhisheka takes place. The people from different parts of the world come there, and they have this what you call beautiful view of the Mahamastakabhisheka. Once in 12 years all the Abhishekam is done, and it's really a beautiful scene to be seen. Then many temples of this division are known for their architecture and stone carvings. See, earlier time we don't have any JCB machines, we did not have any kind of electric and things, but see the beautiful architecture carvings. All the elephants were used to bring the stone from far distances. Then you might have heard of Jakanachari, Dankana, Jakana. So very famous sculptors over there who have done Belur and Halebedu. So beautiful carvings. You have to visit that place. You can see how fine in a very technical manner, without any of our modern equipments, they have done wonderful work. And it is also told that the temples could be dismantled. They can be removed from one place and could be shifted to other places. Such was the technology our ancients had. Then the district of Mysore division has huge potential for tourism. So there are palaces, there are forest areas, there are also educational institutions. So we have got health tourism, then we have got religious tourism, people who come from visit the religious place. Then we have for people coming from education. In this way, this division has lot of potential, so that tourists can come and it will give employment to many people. River Kaveri is the lifeline of Karnataka. Lifeline because many areas comes under this Kaveri river. Kaveri is giving life. It is a lifeline, giving our food and our life depends on the Kaveri river. So it originates in Talakaveri in Kodagu district. It's a place called Talakaveri in Kodagu where this river Kaveri originates. So then this division has a coastal line. Coastal line Udupi and Mangaluru come under this division. Coastal line which is important for international trade, and also many ports are there, harbors, fishing is the main occupation. It also gives to sea based adventure like boat rafting and water sport are there. Then educational institutions are there in these Manipal, then Mangalore, Mudabidre, Alvas, all this come under Mysore division. In a nutshell, in total, we can say that Mysore is culturally a very rich division. Then many freedom fighters have contributed for the freedom struggle. They have sacrificed their life and they have given a message to the society and given a path to how an ideal people should be there. The district of the division were at the hem of freedom struggle, means that they were the top. Khadi, which was closer to Gandhi, production centers in the form of cotton industries were widely available in this division. So many Khadi which was there, it was of self-reliance by Indians. Gandhiji's one of the favorite which is close to his heart was Khadi. We have to become self-dependent and not depend on foreign goods. And keeping this in mind, there were many Khadi production centers in this particular Mangalore, that is Mysore division. Then Kudmal Rangarao, a famous personality from Mangaluru, dedicated his life, though being from a upper caste, he dedicated his life for the upliftment of the untouchables. So many times the so-called untouchables were not allowed to enter the temples. But Kudmal Rangarao protested against this evil practice and told they should be given equal opportunity to enter the temples, have food. In this way, social equality, social justice was one of the things propagated by great personality Kudmal Rangarao. Then we have Tagaduru Ramachandra Rao, a staunch follower of Gandhi. Also worked for the upliftment of untouchables. So, a lot of discrimination was there in society at that point of time. There was a lot of evil practice like untouchability, the social discrimination was there. They were not allowed to mix with other people, not allowed to enter temples. But these great personalities from this division, that is Kudmal Rangarao, Tagaduru Ramachandra Rao, all these people worked very hard and for the upliftment of the untouchables. Then we have H.C. Dasappa, Yashodhara Dasappa, Karnad Sadashivarao, he was also a Gandhian. Then H.K. Veerannagowda, K.T. Bhashyam, Kamaladevi Chattopadhyaya, K.V. Shankaregowda, K. Ramakrishna Karanta, C.M. Puncha, and others. All these people were who have participated in the freedom struggle and sacrificed their life for the sake of the country. Many were involved in the Karnataka integration movement also. So Karnataka was, I told you in the previous class, it was in the Bombay presidency, some was in the Madras presidency, some were belonging to the Mysore Wadiyars, and these people worked very hard for the integration or bringing unity of Karnataka. Like this, the districts of Mysore have achieved national and international fame. Mysore Palace, Mysore Dasara, Mysore Silk, all these are very famous not only in our country but at the international level also. The Mysore Dasara festival is popular internationally too. During the Dasara, Navaratri time, the Dasara festival, Jambu Savari, all these beautiful events take place in Mysore. It's a very scenic scene to be seen. So try to answer these questions. Name any two English novelists from Mysore division. Name any two freedom fighters who fought against untouchability from this area. What is Ravana Belagola famous for? Name any four freedom fighters. Try to answer these questions. Then fill in the blanks. River Kaveri originates dash. Name the place which is there in Kodagu district. Then Kudmal Rangarao, so who is from Mangaluru, dedicated his life for the upliftment of dash. We have discussed just now. Internationally acclaimed dash festival is celebrated in Mysore. Dash and dash districts of Mysore division have ports. Name the 2 districts which have ports. So we have discussed now. Okay. Coming to the next, which are the different districts coming in this division. A brief introduction of all districts are given. As we cannot go much detail, a brief a bird's view, so that you will get to know what are the different areas. Later on, as you go deep, you can go into each and every district, then to taluk and subdivision. You can get a clear picture by studying. Just we are giving you a aerial view overall, just a view, aerial or Pakshi Nota of Karnataka. Various aspects of each district, like their uniqueness. Uniqueness means some special. Each district will be unique or special in their own way. Their agriculture, then industry, tourist places in those districts, and important personalities are discussed here. So now different aspects, as we told, unique special features of each district, the agriculture, the different personalities, then the tourist places, all this will give you a brief picture of all these things. Mysore district. So earlier Mysore was the capital city, it was the earlier capital city of Mysore rulers. So first it was once upon a time Vijayanagara, then it shifted to Mysore. Though it has lost its capital status, now still it is called as the cultural capital of Karnataka. Today administrative capital is Bengaluru, but cultural capital still is Mysore, because of its education, because of its culture there, the Mysore Dasara, all these things still it has maintained, it has retained its cultural capital as the cultural capital of Karnataka. Then University of Mysore is the oldest university of state. So there are many universities today, but Mysore University, as we just discussed, it has completed 100 years. The annual Dasara festival here is known internationally too, not only from our country but from many foreigners also. Foreign visitors come to visit this event of Dasara, Mysore Dasara. Many monuments, then palaces, churches, temples that represent our heritage are also present in this district. So this is Mysore University, established in the 1915. 2015 it has completed 100 years, and it has given many great personalities. Kuvempu was one such personality from this university. Sir M. Vishweswaraya was the person who was responsible for the establishment of Mysore University. So it has completed 100 years in the year 2015. Then we have the Suttur Matta, which is a religious matta, but they have established many schools, colleges, engineering, medical, and in many areas they have done a lot of work. Also they have hospital, and in this way they are doing a lot of service to the society. Then Chamundi Hills, one of the famous Chamundeshwari, that is Mysore Chamundeshwari is a famous temple. Chamundi Hills, and there when you go on the way to Chamundi Hills, there is a Nandi idol. So these are the very huge monolithic Nandi idol, which are the major attraction in this city. Then near to 40 kilometers to Mysore, we have a place called Somanathpura. There also is a beautiful temple and with beautiful architecture. Nanjanagudu, Talakadu, then Gomatagiri of Bettaduru, along Khadi production centers attract thousands of tourists every year. So there is Khadi centers here, tourist, all these are the tourist and also for the Khadi industry. The animals present in the zoo attract. There is a Chamarajanagara Zoo there in Mysore, or what called as the Mysore Zoo, and it is also beautiful place where there are different varieties of animals there. So it attracts both young and the old alike. All of them come and enjoy these animals. So there is also a railway museum there. So how the railways have evolved, how the different things are related to railways. There is a railway museum. A folklore museum, biggest one, is also present here. A folklore, the Janapada, or our rural, connected with the rural culture, tradition, their songs and the utensils used. All these things also is there in this particular, that is Mysore. Brindavan Gardens, world famous Brindavan Gardens is also the part of Mysore. And also KRS Dam, Krishnaraja Sagara Dam, which was constructed by brainchild of Sir M. Vishweswaraya. So go through the video there regarding KRS and Sir M. Vishweswaraya, how he was responsible for the construction of the KRS Dam and its special features. Go through the videos in your YouTube and Google. Bailukuppe of Piriyapatna Taluk has housed Tibetan refugees. So you know that during the Tibetan crisis, so Tibetans, it is a region between India and China. There, so when the Chinese acquired that attacked Tibet, many of the Tibetans along with Dalai Lama came to India and they were given refuge in different parts of the country. Example, Himachal Pradesh, they were given. And Bailukoppe near Mysore is a place where they have given shelter, refuge to Tibetans. They have built a Buddhist vihara there and many Tibetans stay there and now they have become part of our country. The Buddha vihara of Bailukuppe is world famous. Our state was called as Mysore state. So now it is called as Karnataka state. Till 1973 it was called as Mysore state. Then 1973 it was renamed. It was named as Karnataka. So you can see here famous Chamundeshwari temple, Chamundi Hills, Mysore. Then you can see Mahishasura statue. So Mahisha was a Asura and he was killed by Chamundeshwari, Mahishasura Mardini. So they can see here Mahishasura statue there in Mysore, and this is the Chamundeshwari temple. Then there is a Saint Philomena church in Mysore. It is a famous church. You can see the beautiful architecture here also. Then this is the Buddha vihara at Bailukoppe. You can see here the idols of Buddha, and this is the monastery from outside you can see here, and many Tibetans live here. Many Tibetan monks stay there. They are given refuge in our country. So this is the Jagan Mohan Palace, so in Mysore. Then Darya Daulat, so relating to Tipu Sultan. So these are the places in Mysore. Next coming to another district in Mysore division is Chamarajanagara District. Chamarajanagara. Chamarajanagara was known as Arikutara. It was named Chamarajanagara by Krishnaraja Wadayar III in the memory of his father Chamaraja Wadayar, who was born here. So the Chamarajanagara gets its name from Chamaraja Wadayar, who was one of the ruler of the Wadayar dynasty. So the Chamarajeshwara temple was built in his memory. The temple also has been there, called as the Chamarajeshwara temple. In his memory, that temple has been built. The district is famous for mulberry cultivation. That is silk, which are mulberry leaves, which are necessary for silk production. And production of silkworm cocoons, that is the reshme gudu, what you call, which is necessary for the production of silk. Now the area of cultivation under mulberry is less due to different factors. Now the today silk has been by Chikbalapur, Kolar and Ramnagar. So Chamarajanagar comparatively now the mulberry cultivation is becoming less due to different other factors. Then Bandipur National Park is in Gundlupet Taluk of this district. So in Chamarajanagar district there is a place called Gundlupet Taluk, and in that Gundlupet Taluk there is the Bandipur National Park. Visitors see wild animals, tiger, leopards and other wild animals. So the safari will be there. They will be sitting on the elephants and they can go and have a visit. Apart from this, there is a Biligiri Rangana Betta, BR Hills, Biligiri Rangana Betta Wildlife Sanctuary is also there, BR Hills. Then there is a temple of Biligiri Ranga on Biligiri Rangana Betta. There is a Biligiri Rangana Betta or a hillock, and there is a temple called for dedicated to Biligiri Ranga. Then Male Mahadeshwara Hills and Himavad Gopala Swami Hills are also located in this particular district of Chamarajanagar. So you might have heard of Mahadeshwara, Malay Mahadeshwara, a famous temple there, hills it is. So these are all located in situated in Chamarajanagar district. So you can see here Malay Mahadeshwara temple. So Malay Mahadeshwara Hills, so famous temple there. So then many religious centers are also in this district. There are many sacred graves of Veerashaiva spiritual leaders, samadhis, leaders in Hardanhalli. Kollegala, an important place, this district is known for its silk weaving, reshme, that is weaving means the production of that sari or silk cloth. Then in Chikkaluru of Kollegal Taluk, the sacred grave of Siddhapaji, a great saint, is also there. So they are the great saints, were there Veerashaiva saints. their samadhis or brindavans are also situated here. There is a Bandahalli Dargah in Sategala. The famous Hongenikal waterfalls also a famous place. So there they will have this basket like things, teppa, and we can sit there, and in the small it is a basket like boat, and people go for rafting there. Then the sacred grave of famous Kannada poet Shadakshara Deva is in Yalandur Taluk of Chamarajanagara District. So here we can find the graves, the samadhis of different Veerashaiva saints in this particular Chamarajanagara District. Then coming to the next district is Hassan. Hassan gets its name from goddess Hassanamba, which is a temple in Hassan. So Hassanamba is the goddess deity there, and from that Hassanamba gets the name Hassan. The temple is opened, it told, once in a year for public, and it is also told that so when they light the lamp and the flowers which are there, it will remain fresh, and the lamp which is lit will not get exhausted till the year. So it's continuously, that's a miracle in this Hassanamba temple. The temples of the district are famous for Hoysala architecture. So Hoysala, Vishnuvardhana. So there in Belur, Halebedu. Villages like Goruru and Mosale are famous. So famous villages, they were Agraharas, or the centers of learning. The Channakeshava temple on the banks of river Yagachi in Belur is known for its beautiful carvings. So beautiful carvings are there. Many things what we call as modern today, all the things existed. Maybe it has different kinds of hairstyle there, which are carved in the idols, ornaments, jewelry, whatever so-called things we call modern were all there in the you can see in the carvings of Belur and Halebedu. So nothing is new. Everything our ancients knew it. It may be about missiles, or it may be about the cricket pad which we wear, or the different caps. Many things you can find there in Belur and Halebedu. Belur was also called Velapuri. It was called as Velapuri also. Then Kedareshwara and Hoysalareshwara temple are in Halebedu. Then it was also called, Halebedu also called Dwara Samudra. These temples have a history of more than 1000 years. As I told you previously, the temples were built in such a way that it was like they could dismantle the temples and could shift the temples to any other place. But later on, due to different attacks, many things got damaged, and now we are not able to remove it. It is now in a fixed place. Otherwise, such was the technology of our ancient people. This place was also called as Dwara Samudra, Halebedu. Another marvelous place of the district is Shravana Belogola. A monolith statue of Bahubali is situated here for thousands of years. It is also called as Chandragiri Hills. It is told that the famous Mauryan ruler Chandragupta Maurya, later on, later part of his life, influenced by a Jain monk Bhadrabahu, came to Shravana Belogola, and then left his body there following the Sallekana Vrata. He followed Jainism. At the end of his life, he stopped eating food and taking water, and allowed his body to pass away. So that is also called Chandragiri Hills. So this particular place also called Chandragiri Hills. So from Bihar, Pataliputra, he had come to Shravana Belogola. Then it is 1000 years old, more than its height is 58 feet. So the height of the statue, monolithic statue, is 58 feet. Mahamastakabhisheka, or the ritual bathing of the idol, sandalwood paste, kumkum water, many milk, everything is done there. Abhishekam once in 12 years is a grand event. This ritual attracts visitors from national and international places. So you can see here Belur Channakeshwara temple. So very fine architecture, very beautiful carvings. So here you can see all the elephants. So elephants are been drawn as a mark of gratitude, because for all these stones to be brought from a long distances, elephants were used as a mark of, as a symbol of gratitude. All you can see here is the base of the temple, all the idols of that is elephants are drawn as a mark of thanksgiving. So this is the Beluru Channakeshwara temple. Then this is the monolithic 58 feet statue of Gomateshwara at Shravanabelogola. Then Halebeedu, Hoysala, Vishnuvardhana, Hoysala. So it is told that Vishnuvardhana, so his name was Sala, and there was a Jain monk there, and when the lion tried to attack, so the monk told, Hoy Sala, hey Sala, go and kill it. So that Hoysala, so Sala become Hoysala, and from that comes the Hoysala dynasty. Hoysala Vishnuvardhana was one of the famous ruler of that dynasty. The railway line between Hassan and Mangalore has 58 tunnels. It's a beautiful scenery, and Hassan to Mangaluru with crossing the Western Ghats, 58 tunnels it has a suranga. Traveling this line itself is an adventurous thing. It's a beautiful scenery because they have done so much work, what you call digging the hills and making the way for the railways. 58 tunnels are there. It's a beautiful scenery. You have to visit it, this place. Sri H.D. Devegowda, who was the former Prime Minister of India, is also from this district of Hassan. So, children, hope you have understood whatever has been taught. Go through the video again. Try to answer all the questions. Along with this, try to watch other videos connected to particular area. It may be about that is Belur or Halebeedu, Somnathpura, Mysore. There are many videos available. So this is a brief introduction. Go still deep and also kindly visit. I request you to visit those places and have a first-hand experience of all these places of Karnataka. Wishing you all the best. We come to the end of this particular slide. Thank you. Sai Ram.